opened up the studio, and that sense of real excitement about how, you know, this was going to work and who was going to come, and you know, all of that. So that's a feeling I have this morning, with such gratitude that we are able to do this in every way that makes everyone feel really safe and comfortable. And what a better day to do it. I did do this on purpose, where that I had today, the day that we opened up the studio back up, would also be the new moon, and it's also Navaratri. So there's a lot of auspiciousness happening here. There's a lot of powerful energy that's happening here. So today is the first day of Navaratri, which is the power of Durga. And Durga is the root chakra, is that foundational energy of who we are and our prosperity and becoming that. I know that Lakshmi also represents prosperity, but Durga is the beginning of Navaratri because she wants us to step up to the power that we are, that we've lost, that we forgot, and reclaim it. And to reclaim that inner power means that we have to see what we've lost first. And so I'm also playing with some of the other goddesses, which one of them I've been playing with this week is called Panchamama. And she is the earth goddess, and she's the goddess that is the reminder that all of our prosperity comes when we connect to nature. And if you've been in class with me this week, I've talked a lot about the little gift that Panchamama gives us to remind us of this security, that we're always okay, that we're always enough. And it's so simple. She says, go out into nature and count the blades of grass. That'll remind you of who you are. Go out to the ocean and count the kernels, little pieces of sand. That will remind you that you have everything, that you are everything, that there's nothing missing within you. So go ahead and close your eyes. And let yourself breathe down into your first chakra. Breathe down into your seat. I've been playing around with changing the chakras, which I don't think I'm allowed to, but I've been playing around with the idea of the first chakra feels like it's a place of deep security, foundation, earth. But to think of your foundation rising into your heart, rising into the space of your heart, your prosperity, your abundance, rising into the place of the heart. And to know that when you gather yourself there, that you're always safe. You always have enough. And not only do you have enough, but you're overflowing. And that has a lot to do with why we think we're not enough, because we have a feeling like if we give and give and give, that we will become deficient or not enough. But that's why I want to rise up into the heart with Durga today, beginning of Navaratri, beginning of the 9 days of the goddess. I want to rise into the heart so that that sense of I have everything I need, I am secure, is boundless. Bring your thumb and first finger to touch, Jnana Mudra. And then repeat Om Doom Durgaye Namaha. 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 Last one. Om Doom Durgaye Namaha. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Take a deep breath in for the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Release your hands and come on up to your hands and knees and press back into downward facing. I'm sorry, press back into child's pose. So for those of you in TV land, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people here with me, 6 feet apart, physically distanced, not socially distanced. That's a silly word. I don't know who came up with that. So drop into your hands, drop into your toes, your feet. Lift lightly through your armpits, maybe even up through your elbows. Reach out through your toes, reach out through your fingers, reach out through your breath. Can you breathe all the way down into your root chakra? I suggest today, the first day of Navaratri, to eat some red food. Have some red cranberries, nice and sour, or beets. And if you haven't and you still want to join our 9 days of Goddess Rising, you can definitely still do that. We have so many things already posted on our private Facebook page. Good, come on up to your hands and knees and press back downward facing dog. You okay, Lisa? I can't hear you because you're muted. You can unmute yourself if you want to for a minute.
I can only see Veronica.
I still can't hear you. I don't know why.
That's okay.
Good, you guys, bend your knees deeply. You can chat it to me if you need to. Bend your knees deeply. Send your hips high to the sky.
I'm modeling.
Remind your armpits to move forward, your rib cage to move forward. Carolyn, take your hips just a little higher. Gorgeous, yes. And then roll forward into plank pose. Nice to see you, Lorna. I've missed you. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Open your mouth. Stick out your tongue. And all the way back you go, downward facing dog. Amanda, we'll chat. I'm sorry you're confused. We'll chat. I could chat with you right after class, okay? Confusion is the everything happening, right? All of us are confused.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. Step your right foot forward, please. Drop your back heel, rise up to warrior one. Take it up to warrior one. Good. In warrior one, you guys, this is very much Durga's pose. It is that you see what's right in front of you. And what we love about Durga, right, is that she is not the goddess that sees everything that's pretty. Go ahead and clasp your hands behind your back and bow forward. She's the one who is ready to slay the demons. Good. Release your hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. She is the fierce love goddess. Forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Press back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. First warrior, Virabhadrasana 1. Good. Make sure that chin drops slightly so that the throat can draw back. That's it. Nice, Dana. So the eyes, let the eyes become sweeter here so that they can take in Lauren first warrior, Lauren C first warrior instead of second. There you go. Clasp your hands behind your back and bow forward. And when you see what's right in front of you, there's a deep bow, right? There's a reverence, there's a sacredness, there's a surrender. Drop your hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Forward to plank. Slightly past your wrist, lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra, open that mouth, really stick out that tongue, bend those elbows, mark a little bit. Get into that spine, pull those shoulders back, downward facing dog. Nice. Right foot steps forward. Open up Virabhadrasana 2. Good, watch that front knee, point it right at that second toe. So here's like the goddess that takes action. So she sees what's in front of her. Soften your shoulders. You have to become more open and receptive to be able to see which way to go. And then right forearm on your right thigh, left arm over your ear. Beautiful, great, Crystal. And then touch down, hands down to the floor. Plank pose. From plank pose, lift your right leg up off the floor and go back into down dog, split right leg back and up behind you. Good, come back forward into plank. Lower your right leg down, navel in, rib cage lifted. Lift your left leg up. Left leg back, down dog, split. Step your left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 2. Good, Ronnie. Who's with you, cutie patootie? How great. Left forearm on your left thigh, right arm over your ear, side angle. Remember, as much as you're reaching out, you're drawing in. As much as you're pulling up from your legs, you're pressing out through your legs. And then touch down, downward facing dog. Nice, Jan. Now, vinyasa of choice or no vinyasa at all. Nice, Lauren. Lauren, I thought you were going to be here. What happened? I know, confusion is the story of the day. Right foot steps forward when you're ready, please. Bring your left foot in just a little bit. Go straight on both legs. Parsvottanasana. Right, if there's some part of you that's not confused, you are absolutely doing something wrong. Drop deeply into that bow. Remember who you are, why we're here. The goddess will sweep everything out from underneath us so we truly return to who we are and what we're doing here. Change legs, please. Left foot forward, right leg back. And take that left hip crease back. Plant through your back heel so you can feel the connection to the earth. Yeah, I like that, how the toes are slightly lifted, and then release the toes and relax them. Yeah. Breath by breath. One of the stories that the goddess tells, go ahead and step your right foot up to meet your left. Bend your knees, reach your arms forward and up, chair. And then rise up to stand. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes and begin breath of fire. Pump your navel in and out. One of the stories that the goddess tells is that when you find yourself walking down a road in the wrong direction that you thought you were supposed to go, don't worry. She's taking you in a different direction so you will not limit yourself. Because if you go down the road that you always go down, your mind knows where you're going and it will limit you. It will say, you can't do this or that's not going to work. But don't worry, the goddess is bringing you to your destination. She's just taking you down another road so you don't limit yourself. Thank you, goddess. Pump that navel fire center. Beautiful. Exhale, inhale. Exhale your arms down alongside the body. Just feel the goddess is rising. She's rising in you. She's rising in me. It's the time. It's the place the world is in. We must rise. That's why the world is doing what it's doing. So stop complaining about what the world is doing. Thank you. Thank you, world. Left knee into your chest, please. Remember when you bring your left knee in that your sit bone is going to tuck under. So now send your seat back. So you have your sit bones moving back and wide. Now take your arms up to the sky. So this is a third warrior, right? So we had one where we see what's in front of us. Second, okay, that's where I'm going. And now third, I'm going to take action. Go ahead and send that left leg back behind you. Virabhadrasana 3. You can take your arms out in front of you if you'd like. Point the toes to the floor though. Lift the rib cage. And then let the hands float down to the floor, please. Nice. Bow in. If you have blocks, it'd be a great time to place them underneath your hands. Good. And then what would it take? All the courage, all the strength inside of you to bring your hands back up to your heart and rise back up. As you come back up, shoot those arms back out in front of you, Virabhadrasana 3. And then scoop that left knee back into your chest. Come on back up. And release down. So I can tell you that most of the people in the room stopped breathing. So if you right knee into your chest. Right. Good. Remember, take those sit bones back and wide. Lift your chest. Pull your throat back. Follow the blueprint of this body. So magnificent. Great. And now start to bring those arms up to the sky. Send that leg back. Send those arms forward. Nice, Larry. And then let the hands come all the way down to the floor. Standing split. Beautiful, Joy. Nice, Lisa, Jane. Robin, Linda, Kristen, Katrin. Good. Navel in. Bring your hands back up to your heart center. Draw up. Go slow. Go slow. And then bring that knee back into your chest. And then release down. Sit back to chair, please. Hands on your thighs and cat-cow. Make sure those shins are hugging in. Rosalind, make sure your feet are parallel to each other. Yeah, heels, that's it. Just a little bit. Good. Good. Now, next time you round, pump your belly. So you exhaled, you have no breath, and you just pump your belly in and out. Good. Inhale, look forward. One more time, round. At the end of that exhale, no breath at all, pump that navel. Good. Rise up, all the way up. Lift the arms up to the sky. Take a hold of that left wrist and pull to the right. Push down through those legs. Keep the tops of your thighs back, back, back. Come back to center and switch to the other side. Come back to center, reach your arms straight up to the sky. Big inhale, press down through those legs. Pull up through the pelvic floor, that Durga energy, foundational energy, pull up. And then bow forward as you exhale. Nice, you guys. Send that left leg back behind you. Bring both hands inside your right knee, bend your right knee, both hands inside, and do some little hip circles here. Hip circles. Beautiful, Andrea. Nice, Sarah. Kathy, can you take that left leg back even further so you're a little lower? There you go. Good. And then stay where you are and find that moment of stillness, but walk your hands forward, maybe to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Now shoot your butt back a little bit more, everybody. It's almost like you're, nice, Dana. It's almost like you're in a downward facing dog with your butt. Lift your butt a little higher. That's it, Ludmila. Nice, Mark. Yep. I like the armpits up. I like the feeling of squeezing behind your heart. You're breathing deeply. And at any moment during the practice, squeeze that pelvic floor, squeeze that pelvic floor. And then walk to your left until you come to the center of your mat, Prasarita Padottanasana. Parallel your feet, deeply bow. Nice, Anne, Sharon, Lydia, Elena. Good, now lift up to your tippy toes here. Come on up to your tippy toes. And as you lift up to your tippy toes, feel your calf muscles drawing up the backs of your legs. Pull up. Try to keep that in tension and lower your heels back down. Squeeze your outer shins toward each other. Clasp your hands behind your back. You could bend your elbows at first. You could shrug your shoulders towards your ears and then take your arms up and over any amount. Breathe deeply. Breathe wisely. And then relax your hands back down to the floor and feel the earth. Walk your hands back to the front of your mat, downward facing dog. Your vinyasa of your choice. Maybe throw a Vashisthasana in there. Nice, Amanda. Elena. Nice, Jane. From here, your left foot will step forward from downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, knee on top of ankle. Both hands inside and hip circles here. So it's a nice long lunge. Breathe those hips. It's an interesting conversation to have with yourself if you resist hip circles. I'm laughing about it, but not really. Because if you resist that, there's a place that needs to be set free there. That's the practice of the goddess. Set yourself free. Now come to a place of stillness. Walk your hands forward, maybe the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Send your butt back. Lift your rib cage, but soften your heart. Watch that front knee. Keep it pointing right at that second toe. The goddess, she's rising, she's rising, she's rising. Now I want you to try something here. But before you turn your left foot in, because you're going to walk to the right, right? Before you turn your left foot in, just start walking your upper body to the right. Walk to the right. Walk, walk, walk. You can even drop your right foot down to the floor, but keep the left foot turning. Walk, walk, walk. Now scoop your left low belly a lot. Pull your left low belly up a lot. Good. Now turn the left foot in and bow deeply. This is a hell of a lot easier having people in front of me, you guys. I've done a damn good job since March.
Yes, you have.
Thank you, Dana.
Anytime you want us here, just let us.
Thank you. Good. Deeply bow, deeply bow. Tops of your thighs back and wide. Sit bones wide, you guys. Yeah, for sure. Yelena, if you need to, bend your knees and let that seat drop. Squeeze and lift that pelvic floor. Keep working that energy. And then clasp your hands behind you. Take your arms up and over any amount. Allison, good job. Yep, yep, yep. Nice. Let those hands softly touch the floor. And then walk back to the front of your mat, downward facing dog. Drop down to those knees and press back into child's pose. So when I was in India the last time, I had the honor, the absolute honor of meeting Sushma Johari. She is the sister of Harish Johari, who is an incredible master of Ayurveda and Tantra. And she wrote a book called Old Traditions Can Enhance Modern Lives. And she talks about each day of Navaratri, which is where we are right now, as each day having a different goddess, same goddess, so always Durga, but as she appears in her different forms. And so Shalputri is the first day, which is today, and it does represent the first chakra. And the attribute that is given is steadiness. Steadiness. And the boon that the ma gives, that the mother gives, the gift that she gives from you staying in your steadiness is to be able to see the world through kinder eyes. Tolerance. Take it in. The more that I am steady, I don't jump off onto good, bad, right, wrong, me against you. So that first chakra is that energy of tribal energy. We all belong. We belong together. We're better together. And raise that up into your heart. Feel that enter into your heart. Walk your upper body over to the right side of the mat. Reach out through your fingertips. And walk to the other side. Nice, Jackie. Hi, Renee. Hi, Jen Cahalan. I can't see you, but I know you. There you are. Okay. Come back to center. Rise up onto your hands and knees. Stretch your right arm out to the right and thread the needle. Good, Anastasia. Now remember, you can take that left leg and do something magical with it. You could stretch it behind you. You could stretch it out to the left. My favorite thing is to stretch your left leg out to the left, plant your foot, and then reach your left arm up to the sky. You always give yourself the opportunity of falling over. Remember, you're not allowed to fall over because you wouldn't be 6 feet apart. So. Nice, Kathy. Good, Ronnie. Good. Okay, come on up and switch sides. Threading that left arm underneath that right. Breathe in and breathe out. Great, Susie. Yep. Find the greatest opening. Navaratri, it's become such a big part of my life, but I always give the smallest suggestion for it during these 9 days. Whatever you've been placing on the back burner, bring forth, bring it out. The goddess energy supports you fully. Hand down, come on up, downward facing dog. And all those things that you're waiting to get to, all those dreams. Right, Veronica and I were talking yesterday. Step your right foot forward, lower your left knee, Anjaneyasana, maybe a blanket underneath your knee if you need it, or roll your mat. We were talking yesterday about the goddess, and you know, there's like the dabbling in the goddess, but where we are in the world right now, the goddess is absolutely knocking on your door. She's not just somewhere else waiting to come to you. She's knocking on your door saying, open the damn door. When you open it and you take in all of this energy of the goddess, this power of the goddess, reminds you of everything that you are, all that animates you. Good, take your hands down to the floor, straighten that front leg, either Ardha Hanumanasana, so half Hanuman, or full Hanuman, starting to work your right leg a little straighter. Dig that heel down, draw it back, keep tacking that right hip back, nice, Jane. Tack that right hip crease back. Keep that low belly lifted, nice, beautiful. And then here, see if you can move your hip side to side. If you can't, then you're not in a pose. Maybe even take both hands inside of that right leg and shift your right butt cheek a little bit more to the right. Send your inner right sit bone, or your inner right thigh, I should say, more to the right. And then your left sit bone more to the left. Good, Elisa. Watch getting hard in the upper body, holding yourself there. Good. Nice, Veronica. Downward facing dog. I never give Veronica any kind of recognition. She's been modeling for me.
No props.
No props, nothing. Left foot forward, right knee down to the mat, Anjaneyasana. Throat back, lean that left knee forward more. That left knee, everybody can go all the way to the tip of your toes, but be careful not to harden your right thigh. So take the top of your right thigh back, your butt cheek back, throat back. Good. Beautiful. And then hands down to the floor, straighten that front leg. And either half Hanuman, yeah, bring that heel, so you're only on your left heel. Squeeze in, pull in, and at the same time, you're extending out. It's an interesting conversation you have with yourself here, right? You want to extend out, but see yourself pulling in at the same time. I like Veronica, she lifted her back knee off the mat to play around a little bit with hips moving. Be able to shift your hips, maybe take both hands inside. Yes, 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 yes. Great. Okay. And come on up. Downward facing dog. I know, Nancy. It's like, come on, let's go. On you go. Move it along. I know. All right, move forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly and stay. Maybe make a little pillow with your hands and rest, or turn your cheek to the side. Steadiness. The earth goddess. Panchamama, receiving your bounty. Taking the investment of your birth, bringing it into life. She is the material provider, nourisher, sustainer. The mountains are her breasts, the caves are her womb, the waters are her blood, the winds are her breath, the song of birds and crickets are her voice, and the rhythms of day and night is her heartbeat. We are her children. You can breathe in and breathe out. When you forget that you are this divine energy and you limit yourself to this human existence, go out and count the blades of grass. Remember, you too are infinite. Come on up to Sphinx pose, onto your elbows, please. That ability to draw your hands down and pull them back so your chest moves forward, but we do tend to forget to pull our navel in here, so lift your navel. As you lift your navel, extend through your toes. And then soften your eyes. Let your left forearm come parallel to the front of your mat. Reach your right hand back for your ankle thigh stretch. Nice, Joy. Even lift that shoulder, get that shoulder to stretch. Yeah. Then draw that heel down. Press your right knee into the mat. Spread your right toes. Lift your chest. Nice, Carolyn. Yep, very. And then as you gently release, remember when you release from the pose, you keep all the action. So the shin is still hugging in as you release the leg. And then change to the other side. Try the other side. Still keeping that chest lifted. Nice, Josh. Keep the chest lifted. Keep the throat back. You know, it's interesting that the more we learn to engage, the easier the pose begins to be, right? You're almost like, oh, this is almost effortless. But in the beginning, there has to be effort. Nice. Gently release that. Okay, take the most beautiful cobra you've ever taken in your life now. Good. Shoulders back, shoulders back, shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Okay, right foot steps forward, Anjaneyasana, right foot forward. Lower your back knee, inhale your arms to the sky. Blanket underneath your back knee if you'd like. And then some of you are going to take the thigh stretch here. So you're going to put your right hand down onto your right thigh. You're going to reach your left hand back for your ankle, bringing your foot off the floor. Some of you just drop your arms alongside the body, not to the floor, but alongside the body. Turn your palms forward, lift your shoulders and lean back. Nice, Crystal. Yep. Yep. Now you can raise that right arm up if you'd like. Take that outer armpit and inner elbow back. Try to think of that outer armpit, inner elbow back. Good. Now tuck your chin for a minute. Pull your ribs in and pull your throat back. And then look up toward the ceiling. Yeah, so the whole back starts to really work here when you engage like that. Good. Gently release. Jump switch. Go for it. Jump switch. Crawl switch. Good. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Good. And again, if you'd like to drop your arms alongside the body, you can do that. And or reach back for that ankle. Draw the knee down, pull it forward. So this is the problem, right? The top of your right thigh is going to get hard. So send your butt cheek back. If you put your left hand down onto your left knee for a moment and shoot your butt back a little bit more, even tuck your chin into your chest, you'll feel that, sending your butt back a little bit more. And then pull that knee down and forward as you lift the left arm up. There's a little finagling you have to do to find that freedom, right? Little finagling with the goddess to help find that freedom that she is inside of you, as you, for you, always for you. Good. And gentle release, downward facing dog. Good. Walk or jump to the front of your mat, standing forward bend. Deep bow. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. Drop your arms alongside the body, close your eyes and feel. Nine days of Navaratri. Eat like you're fasting. What does that mean? Eat light so that the energy can move through you. Inspiration, intuition. Good. Okay, let's try Natrajasana. So bring your left knee into your chest and then reach your left hand for your left ankle behind you. So draw your heel behind you like you're doing a thigh stretch. Take your right arm up to the sky. So when we were just doing Anjaneyasana, you pushed your knee down into the floor. Same idea here. Lengthen the front of your thigh. Lengthen the front of your thigh. Now, before you move forward, you guys, I want you to look up at your right hand. Look up at your right hand. Good, now keep that upward lift and start to lean forward. Keep your rib cage and kick your foot back into your hand. Watch that knee, don't let it splay out to the side. Nice, Jane. Hip square, Renee. There you go. Nice, Elisa. Come on up slow. And release. Come up fast and fall and release. Good. Try the other side. Right knee into your chest. And again, remember the minute we bring our knee in, we over tuck that tailbone. So send the sit bones back and wide. Reach back for that ankle. Take the arm up to the sky and then gaze upward. So we have this upward lifting energy. Left armpit back more, Dana. Yeah. And then start to lean forward. Come forward. Come forward. Yes. Kick that foot into your hands. Keep those hips square. Inhale, come on up. Nice, Linda. Exhale, release. Turn your feet wide and come into squat. This is like the perfect goddess pose, right? Right into that first energy. Security, but I want you to bring your heart there. Tribal energy. Not social distancing. Nothing social distancing about now. Coming together more strongly than ever before. Taking responsibility, right? The goddess is knocking at your door. Go answer. Come on down, lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Beautiful. Those of you who held chair, nice job. Squeeze your knees into your chest. It's okay, whichever way. And then happy baby pose, please. Keep your knees wide, hug your shins in. And then just kind of go side to side here, feeling your sacrum, feeling the lowest part of your back. Good. And then bring your arm, leave your legs where they are, bring your arms to the sky, clasp your hands together. You can have your pointer finger released. Yeah, clasp your hands together. Good, and then lift your head up and reach through those legs, pull forward. I used to call this Charlie's Angels pose. I don't know why. Pull, 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 pull. And then relax back down. Good, take your hands behind your head. That's what I missed, is hearing people laugh at stupid things I say. Keep your navel moving toward the floor, rib cage to the floor. And then go ahead and on your exhale, lift up your head, neck, and chest. Powerful legs here, you guys. Good, lower all the way back down. Now just squeeze your knees back toward each other. Squeeze your knees toward each other. Good, bring your arms back up to the sky. Clasp your hands together. Lift up your head, neck, and chest and take both arms to the left knee, past your left knee, go past it. Come back to center and go to your right knee and go past it. Keep breathing. Go to your left knee and pass it. And to your right. And then come all the way back down and hug your knees into your chest. Nice, Roz. Okay, plant your feet, please. Let your arms just drop to the side. Take some deep breaths here, constructive rest pose. Let your exhale become a little longer. And then when you feel ready, go ahead and bring your arms are alongside body. Lift up your hips, come into bridge pose. If you would like to do more restorative, you're welcome to take a block and place underneath your seat. Make sure those shins are still drawing in. Make sure your chin is lifted as well. We have a tendency to let the chin drift down toward the chest. Lift your chin up so there's space, that your chest can grow towards your chin. Cute puppies. Good, lower those hips back down. So I want you to do one more back bend of your choice. So you might come back into bridge, you might go into full wheel, you might go into camel. Some of you guys love camel, so I would hate to take that away from you. So feel free, take another back bend of choice. Perry, that's an inversion.
I know, my back felt like it needed it.
That's totally fine. And we are going into inversions. That's the only reason I said it, was we are going to go into them, but totally fine. Go for it. Beautiful. Nice. When you feel that you need to come out, come out. Nice, Jane. Beautiful. Nice, Carolyn. Beautiful. Great, Joy. I like the way you're coming out of the poses too. Such thoughtfulness and attention. Great, Amanda. Okay, so here's where you can either lie on your back, bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees drop open, or come into an inversion. So if you would like a shoulder stand, if you would like a headstand, handstand. Again, if you're cooked, feel free to just lie on your back, soles of your feet together. And maybe even just legs up, lay on your back, legs up. So that's also fun. Ready, Sarah? Beautiful. OMG. Oh my goddess. Roz, what are you doing? Keep doing it. Whatever you're doing looks like a lot of fun. It's funny when I can only see parts of your body parts. So it's not very clear sometimes. But all good. Just another minute here. Rosalind A, can you start to scoop your tailbone just a little bit? Yeah. Press that head down into the floor to be real clear on your foundation. And you didn't even have to take your butt all the way off the wall, just enough so that the tailbone starts to work a little bit more. Nice, Sarah. Good, and begin to come on down nice and slow. If you're in headstand, feel free to take a child's pose. You're in shoulder stand. Feel free to move into fish if you'd like, or just lie on your back and roll your head from side to side. Gorgeous. And then relax. If you're on your back, hug your knees into your chest. If you're in child, stay right there, Anne, because we're coming up. And then as you feel ready, come on up to sit. Good. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Paschimottanasana, come forward, pull forward, bend. Maybe some of you want to bend your knees slightly here to work more in your spine. Right, keeping your feet flexed and bending your knees might be very helpful to send your butt as far back as you can and then start to work to lengthen. Nice, Kristen, start to lengthen your spine. Just lift your feet up so you're still flat. Yeah, just for a minute, yeah. Beautiful. Inhale, navel in. Inhale, slowly come on up. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Again, sitting up on a little prop if you need to is quite lovely. Blanket. Send your butt back as far as you can. Sit bones back and wide. Keep the baby toes pressing down into the floor as you start to walk forward. Bring yourself forward. Don't lift the baby toes, press them down. That's it, nice workout. Let those hands relax. The shoulders relax. Throat relax. Beautiful, and then come on up. Come to a cross-legged position. And twist to the right. Take your right hand behind you, left hand onto your right knee. I want your shoulders to widen, so I want space. It's interesting, whenever I do a twist, I often push my opposite rib, so here at your left rib cage, a little bit more to the left, and then open your chest a little bit more. And then take your right arm up and slide it over your ear, side stretch. Push down that right knee. Keep your throat back. Good, and then as you come upright, just let your right elbow drop on top of your left elbow, Garudasana arms, and do little elbow circles here. Good, take those elbows up, look up, big inhale. And then exhale, twist to your left side, take the twist. Push a little bit into your right ribs. Take your left arm up and send it over your left ear, stretching to that right side. Keep your seat anchored. Come on up and drop your left elbow on top of your right, little circles here. The elbows lift up. And then release your hands down. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Interlace your palms, press straight up. Let your left hand drop down to the floor, fingertips on the floor. Let your right ear drop down to your right shoulder. Right hand draws your ear down. And yeah, and then press your head up into your hand. Push. Keep breathing. And then inhale those arms up to the sky. Interlace your palms, press up. Let your right fingertips come down to the floor. Let your left hand guide your left ear down to your shoulder. And then lift your head back up. We'll do a little ma chanting for a moment. I'll give it a try with the harmonium, see how it goes for you guys. Close your eyes. Call and response. Ma, 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 ma. Try. Ma, 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 ma. Durga ma, Durga ma, Durga ma, Durga ma. Durga ma, Durga ma, Durga ma, Durga ma. Kali ma, Kali ma, Kali ma, Kali ma. Kalema, 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 Kalema. Breathe into that first chakra. Shakti ma, Shakti ma, Shakti ma, Shakti ma. Shakti ma, Shakti ma, Shakti ma, Shakti ma. Stay here. 3-minute meditation. Silent meditation. Let your mind become silent. How do you do that? Look past your thoughts, behind your thoughts. You can stay here or lie down on your back for Shavasana. And go ahead and begin to deepen your breath. If you're seated, feel free to take a couple of twists. If you're on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Maybe let your knees drop to the right or drop to the left. And if you're lying on your back, come on up to sit. And bring your hands to your heart center. As we chant the sound of Om together, deep breath in. As always, I am completely touched and humbled by the love of each and every one of you, the work you do in my life with me and your life with you. Thank you for sharing today with me. Go ahead and take your hands up to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you guys so much, so much, so much, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys so much, so much. Unmute yourself and tell me you love me. We love you.